Hi everyone, it's Erin, the Keto Nana, and I just wanted to come by and make this video and let you know um, some of my own personal experiences. I do want to let you know that these videos are just my own experiences. And I am not a medical doctor. I am not a medical professional. I am not giving medical advice. I'm just letting you know from a real person's perspective what has worked for me and what has not worked for me. And today I'd like to talk to you about weight loss surgeries. So I'm just giving you a information about what I have gone through, and if I had only had somebody that I could have looked up, I would have had a lot more ammunition before I made the choice to have um, my first and my second weight loss surgery. So yeah, you heard it right. I have had two weight loss surgeries. The first weight loss surgery, I have battled, let me back up a little bit. I have battled my weight my entire life. um, I have yo-yo dieted, which has destroyed my metabolism. I have done, the Weight Watchers, the Nutrisystem, the uh, uh, oh, I can't even remember all of them. They're just plentiful diets, and my weight has gone up and down and up and down, and I finally got a good job, and my husband had a really well job, and we had good insurance at the time, and I discovered that I wanted to do some uh, body modification, because apparently what I was, eating, you know, everywhere I learned what to eat wasn't helping me. So I thought, well, if I just shrink down my stomach and that was going to be the answer. I'm going to be forced to lose weight because I'm not going to be able to eat very much. It was about the amount, the quantity you were getting in, and I thought that was it. That just had to be it. So even though we had really wonderful insurance and great jobs, none of our insurance would cover the procedure that I wanted to undergo, which was the adjustable gastric band. And at the time, when we had the finances to pay for this, since we had to pay for it out of pocket, it was not available in the United States. It was not approved by the FDA at that time. So my husband and I paid out of pocket to fly to Stockholm, Sweden, and stay at a hospice for 2 weeks in Stockholm, and paid for the adjustable gastric band to be done laparoscopically. I didn't want to have an invasive surgery, and that's why I didn't want to have the gastric bypass. So that was my option. And we thought it was pretty cool. It was pretty nifty. For a while, drinking 6 tablespoons of syrup basically was the first thing that they had me do. This juice, this fruit juice. I couldn't have solids for 6 weeks. It was not the greatest experience. And when I was starting solids, nobody told me cut out the carbs. Nobody told me bread is sticky, and rice is sticky. I mean, I don't need to be told that, but that when, it fills up the pouch more, I don't know why I didn't come to my mind why that would make, why it was that way, even though it makes perfect sense in hindsight. I guess I was just too young and too naive and didn't think about all the different consequences of everything. Well, I had that for about a year and a half, 2 years, somewhere within that range, and the band had malfunctioned. We had it had to go 50 miles and have it inflated. The band inflated periodically, but apparently my body didn't like it very much, and it had cut off blood circulation to the lower half of my stomach, where it was banded at, and it was the tissue was starting to die and starting to decay in just a matter of a couple of years, and we discovered that because I couldn't keep anything down anymore. I couldn't even keep a sip of water down anymore, and my health was, it was getting worse and worse because I had the poison of the dead and dying tissue of my stomach. So that led me to my gastric bypass, where they had to remove my stomach and several inches of my lower intestines, and then create the pouch out of what was remaining of the pouch that the gastric band had created. But in that 2 years time, I was able to actually stretch it out enough so that it was okay. You know, I had a very full enough pouch. So when they went to do that, my husband's insurance was paid for the conversion. Because it was a medical necessity to remove the other, and they had to basically do a bypass anyway just to save my life. So my husband's insurance had covered that procedure. But had I known what I know now before I even had my gastric surgeries or my weight loss surgeries, I never realized the profound effect on my health that it had in a negative way. And it wasn't because, to help me lose. I only thought of it was, I'm going to lose weight. Losing weight, that's just going to make me healthy. What I didn't realize was that I became severely anemic to the point I had to have 1,000 cc units of iron injections 3 times a week for months and months after we discovered that, which happened to be about 5 years after my 2 surgeries, my second surgery. I didn't realize that I would develop celiac type symptoms where the gluten intolerance was profound. I would break out in hives and rashes and sores. And anybody who knows me knows that I have had this thing on my face for years, and it's right on my lip line. And I did get it checked out. My doctor thought it was cancerous. It was biopsied, and it wasn't. It was just an irritation due to something in the ingredients that I had made, thinking I am gluten free, but yet no. And then my really great friend Gina Jenny introduced me to the ketogenic diet per se, but that's for another show. That's for another filming that I will go into a lot more. But I do want to let you know that when another part of having a weight loss surgery and taking that big step, please realize that your your absorption of your food intake is going to be so drastically reduced that even when you do, if you do, and I hope you do, and I pray you do a ketogenic diet, put your body into ketosis, bring your carb levels down, maybe even some people have to go even to 0 carbs, and to get their bodies healed and in prime and optimal health. But with my limitations now, my malabsorption, I'm still having to do B12 injections because the food, my body that can't absorb the nutrients because it doesn't have the time in my system before it flushes through. So I want you to know that be really wise and cautious and do a lot of homework. And I hope that anybody out there who knows of somebody who's considering weight loss surgery, who is or has just had it and is still thinking that was their one and only answer to losing weight, please share this video. I beg of you to share this video, like this video. I plan on coming out with a lot more of my real life adventures in my health and my weight journeys, my life journeys. And I came up with a new way. I kind of stole it from somebody else, and I just want to have this as my motto. I feel this is important to me every day, and it's a little twist on words too. But I really want to let everybody know that I am working on my PhD every single day. And that doesn't mean just an education, but that means my proper human diet. And I think every one of us needs to be working on our own PhDs every single day. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you like and subscribe to my channel. I will be bringing more videos. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.